This is the Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel des. 毎日アップするので毎日見てください. I bring you content every single day, so please check in for your daily sneaker news and sneaker information. And today, at last, I've got sneakers in hand. I've got a box to unbox for you guys out there, and it's in my size. The last unboxing I did for this channel was the Yeezy 350 V2 triple whites, but they were in my wife's size. But I've been able to get my hands on a pair of sneakers from the Sneakers app. They are Air Maxes, but I'm not telling you what they are yet. It does say in the title of this video that I'm unboxing a pair of Air Maxes from Tokyo, but there's more information about that to come in this video. And there's also a Supreme box to unbox as well. So we've got a double unboxing today from Nike and Supreme. As I said in the introduction, today is all about a double unboxing, one from Nike and one from Supreme. But actually what I want to tell you guys out there is that it's my birthday today. Last Tuesday, the content I dropped last Tuesday, what is for you guys watching this last Tuesday, I said it's my birthday because last Tuesday for you guys was my birthday. But today is Tuesday and I'm shooting this content and it's going to drop on Monday next week. And you can see here I've got the BBC website up, and Manchester United are still going strong in the Champions League, so that won't be the case if you're watching this now. They'll already have lost majorly in the first round, whereas Spurs, my team, have surely won 5-0 against Man City, right? But that's for the future for me, but the past for you guys out there. But yes, it's my birthday today and I'm doing this unboxing, but it won't drop until next Monday, which I think is the 15th of April, even though my birthday is April the 9th. And I want to just get into it, but there's a couple of things been happening in my life recently that I thought would be good to share with you guys. Here, this is, as you know, probably an NMD R1 triple black. I don't know if this will show up very well on the camera or not, but right here you can see the Japanese writing there that says 3-stripe branding. These were the NMD R1 triple blacks, Japan pack, I think they were called. They came out 2 years ago and I was very happy to get a hold of them. The reason I'm showing you that is because I only have 2 pairs of NMD R1s and this is the other pair. I like them very much. But the thing I wanted to share with you guys was right here. Check that out. One of my dogs decided to have a go at my R1s. Really disappointed to see that the pull tab on the back there is taking a bit of damage. And I'm thinking about the channel Pint of Stuff, a channel I follow out of the UK, out of England, and they have a dog as well. And I wonder, Pint of Stuff, just how many shoes has your dog managed to gnaw its way through? Last little thing before we get into this. So here's the Nike box here, and here's the Supreme box right here. So we'll be getting into these two things today. But before we do that, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. I've been trying to grow this channel, and one of the things that I have said is that when I get the channel bigger and bigger, I can justify pumping money into actually getting sneakers in hand. I got these guys in hand because it's my birthday, and I was actually lucky. There's a little backstory to this. And what happened was that I went on the Sneakers app, as I regularly do, and there are 3 sort of parts to the Sneakers app. I think it's called News Feed or Updates or something, or whatever it is, or News or something is the first kind of side to the Sneakers app. And if you click the right side is upcoming releases, and usually there's 4 or 5 upcoming sneaker releases. But in the middle, there's sort of still in stock. In fact, I can do this on my iPad. I hadn't thought of that. I can do this right here by hitting the Sneakers app, and I'll be able to tell you what those 3 I don't know what you call them, sections are, and it's the middle one of those 3 is where I found these sneakers right here, these Air Max Japan sneakers. So it's feed is the first one, where you've just got the feed of, it's loading right now, maybe it'll load in a couple of seconds. You've got the feed in the Sneakers app, which will show eventually. Hurry up, not Adidas, Nike. There you go. So it's the feed. So it does have upcoming sneakers, but it also has other things in it as well there. And then if you go to upcoming, it's just upcoming releases. You can see that the Air Max Susans haven't dropped yet because it is Tuesday here, even though you're watching this on Monday or later. So they have dropped for you the crimson, what were they? Crimson tints, is that what it says? It doesn't say it's in Japanese because I'm in Japan, but the Crimson Tints Air Jordan 1 highs there. I did a good review on that last Monday for you guys, yesterday for me. Dropped a little Easter egg in that one, so if you get the chance to check that out, definitely check out my Crimson Tint high video, not the Crimson Tint mids. But anyway, so that's the upcoming releases. I think they've added that pair of LeBron's there, but maybe not. But anyway, in stock. It was the in stock, the middle one that I was having a look through, and that's when I managed to find these guys in my size, and I was like, I'm copping them for my birthday. So without further ado, let's find out what Tokyo About It 23 has got in hand for his size. And I'm not, as you can see, it is the Nike box there. I'll try and hold it in such a way that you guys can see it, but the tape across the top is kind of funny. I don't know if you guys have ever opened the Nike boxes like this before, but it's a first for me. I'm obviously not doing a great job, but at least you know that the box, there you go, was definitely closed before I started this video. There wasn't any messing around. There's the information, which my wife was very clear to say to me, don't show that on the video. And she was like, make sure you've taken off the information about the address and stuff like that. So there's the Nike box there. Let's drop that out. Get rid of the packaging. There we have it. Nike Air Max 95s. So why does Tokyo About It 23 have a pair of Nike Air Max 95s? I know this week well, again, it's this week for me, but it's last week for you, was the on-air drop with the Tokyo, what were they called, Tokyo Mazes, which I am hoping to get my hands on, but this isn't them. This is a different pair of Nike sneakers to do with Tokyo. I'm hoping that this is visible on my camera here. So here they are. Anyone out there recognize what these guys are? I would be really, really interested to know how popular these guys were when they originally dropped. Wow, look at that. Jeez, oh, what a fine looking sneaker. Man alive, this looks much better in hand than it did. Oh my God, oh dearie me. Oh, I'm getting a bit giddy, you know, I was watching the Son of Sun Man doing a video where he unboxed something. It was I think it was a Jordan 6. Was it an infrared black, or was it the social status? He unboxed something, and that moment when he opened the box and pulled out the shoe for the very, very first time was quite a thing. So we'll get to the Supreme box in a minute, but I do want to have a look at these guys here. Now, these guys kind of passed me by a little bit, but they are a Japan sneaker. And I don't know how they passed me by. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to not notice these. They are Air Max 95s, and they're the first pair of Air Max 95s I've ever owned. I'm a fan of the Air Max brand. There's nothing wrong there. The 95s, 97s and 98s, I've got to say, I've never been a huge fan of. 93s were my first ever real sneaker. But these guys here, I think they're called Obsidian. It says 95 PRMQS. And the colorway is Sail, Obsidian, and Obsidian Mist. Sail, eh? They keep calling this color Sail. I'll check out when they dropped originally, but what happened for me was, like I said, I was on the sneakers app, and the middle one there that says in stock, I just clicked on that. It was actually to see what had sold out and what hadn't, and it was the Air Jordan 14, what are they called? Cherry Res? No, not called cherry. Candy canes. The candy canes. The Rip Hamiltons. There was a big debate about whether or not that was a player exclusive or not, and had they sold out or not. So I was looking on that in stock to see if they'd sold out or not, and they hadn't actually. They were still sitting there. And then I saw these, and I was like, hold on a minute. That's a really Japanese shoe, and I'll show you why it's Japanese in a minute. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on that. I click on it, and the only size they had left was 31 centimeters. Now, I usually wear 30.5, so that half centimeter, about that big, would we say? Hopefully it won't be a big deal. I'll get these on feet and let you know. But man alive, I'm actually really, really pleased with these. They look phenomenal. So let's have a look at this sneaker, and I'll show you the hits of Japan in it, and I'll also show you through the actual sneaker itself. So, oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the basics at the back then. The heel with the Nike Air branding on it there, and your bog standard. It's a bog standard Air Max 95 upper in terms of construction. But obviously the major sort of talking point, if you like, about it is the just and the do it on the outsides there, sort of mid-foot, mid-upper on there. And then, as with the 95s, they've always got this kind of horizontal lines and that gradiented upper there. The colours don't at all fade one into the other. It's definitely just sail all the way through. Although, and again, this is the first pair of 95s that I've ever owned. I'll do this from the side a little bit here. The 4 stripes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The bottom one and the middle one here are made of the same materials. I'll see if that's, I don't know how visible that is to you guys there. You can kind of see a square pattern or a diamond pattern in those 2 materials, and then this the second line and the 4th line are made of the same materials, which is less matte to me. I don't know how well this is going to be showing up. If it's not showing up well in the video, I'll cut away and I'll do some B-roll, I think they call that, don't they? So yeah, so that upper is a major part of it, but then when you get up into the lacing system here, it's got this sort of translucent effect on the side, and then the sort of lace holders on there, and a kind of ropey lace. But here's the first place. I'm going to take the laces out to show you this. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with this shoe in particular when it dropped, but there's 2 very Japanese things on the upper here. One is there. Now I'm going to try and hold this steady and hope that you can see it there. Obviously the words Air Max on the tongue there, but behind the Air Max, let me just make sure, yeah, it is behind it. That mountain is Mount Fuji, very iconic Japanese mountain. And actually looking at it now, the dot on the eye in Air Max is the red dot for the Japanese flag, which represents the sun. So you've got 2 of the iconic Japanese symbols. The red dot that you'd associate with the flag is called the Hi no Maru, which is the round sun, and then you've got Mount Fuji in the background there. So 2 of the major elements of Japanese in it. Now I knew that was there before when I bought this shoe. I was like, wow, I did that Fuji. I've climbed Mount Fuji 5 times. I've been to the top of this volcano 5 times. I've looked into the crater. Phenomenal experience. Every time I climbed Mount Fuji, I climbed it through the night in the dark and got to the top for sunrise. A beautiful thing to do. Highly recommend it. But yeah, so you've got the Japanese, you've got the Fuji, Mount Fuji on there with the dot, which I think represents the Hinomaru, the Japanese flag. But then on these, the 2 top, are we going to call these eyelets? I think we are going to call these eyelets. I didn't realize this, but there's actually Japanese writing in there. Again, I don't know how well this will show up on the camera here. This says JAS. I can read that. I'm not sure what it says underneath there. Wito. I've got a feeling it says just do it in Japanese. If that's just, it's hard to see underneath the God. I wish I could tell. Justo. I think it's just do it, but in Japanese, which would sound justo do it. Is how you'd pronounce that in Japanese. So you've got the English just do it on the upper right there, and then the Mount Fuji on there with the Hinomaru, the Japanese flag, and then Japanese just do it on just the top of the set of eyelets right there. And then, so coming to the front, we've got the toe box here in that obsidian color as well, and then the sail coming in there as well. And then the midfoot, which I really like in this sneaker, is, you know, you've got that standard Air Max 95 midfoot, which looks very, very similar to an Air Max Plus, but the Air Max Plus has that tuned air, which I don't think the Air Max 95s has. Correct me if I'm wrong, feel free to. And then you've got the speckled midsole on here with that kind of, I guess it's sail because that's what the colorway says, and then the air units there with the obsidian in the background. So already it's a great looking sneaker. But what if you don't know this, there's a hint here, right here, there's a hint telling you of what's coming. There's a kind of translucent, interesting effect on the outsole. So let's have a look at that outsole right now. It's not actually, I don't think it's translucent, but there is the outsole on these guys, and it's a fantastic outsole. Holy, this right here says Tokyo. The pronunciation of Tokyo is actually Tokyo. That's how it's pronounced in Japanese. It means west, east, and not sure what that means. I think it's east capital. And then there you've got the Japanese Hinomaru in the middle as well, and this really cracking outsole with that many different colors. Like I say, I don't think it's translucent, or it might be semi-translucent or slightly translucent, but it's not as translucent as I thought it was going to be. But the main feature is that big Tokyo right there in the middle. So you've got 3 places where the Japanese is popping out on this sneaker. The branding on the tongue with the Mount Fuji in the background, the Justo do it in Japanese across the top eyelet, and then Tokyo the Japanese kanji for Tokyo on the bottom of the sneaker. So I mean, I'm Tokyo Butter 23. I had to buy them, really, and they're in my size. I really want to get these on feet, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll save the on feet for later. I'm not sure if I want to do an on feet video for this. Can I leave that up to you guys about an on foot video? Because these dropped a while ago. I don't know exactly when. I've got no way of really knowing the drop date for these. Like I said, they kind of passed me by and I didn't catch these ones first time around, and I was just lucky enough to hit them up on the Sneakers app, so it's very possible that they dropped quite a while ago. And so there's no real interest in seeing them on feet, you know what I mean? There's interest in seeing sneakers on feet before they release. You know, Seth Fowler, he's got the Yeezy 3v2 clays on feet before anybody else. I want to see that. Nobody kind of really wants to see me put this on feet unless they want to see me put it on feet. So could you let me know in the comments down below if this is something you're interested in seeing me get on feet. Now before I get into that Supreme box, let's just grab the other shoe. Shout out to my buddy in Korea, Shoes Up Sleeves Down, and I hope I got the channel right. I always mess up the channel name because he actually did what I just did now, took out the second shoe, and it was a completely different shoe. I think the first shoe was Nike Air Max 2 Light, and then the second shoe was something completely different, or the opposite way around, which is incredible to have a totally different shoe in there. But definitely I have got the other shoe here, and it's got the Japanese on the top there, Tokyo on the bottom as well, and Just to Do It in the top eyelet. These are a great looking sneaker. I'm really happy to have got those guys in hand, but I'll save that on foot for another day. You guys can tell me at home if you think on foot for those is something worth doing, or if it's actually not really worth doing. And now the Supreme. So this was a gift from my wife, and sorry to my wife that she'd left a tag on it and it said it was from Supreme, so I already kind of knew it was from Supreme. But I have no idea what's inside this. It's a funny shaped box, kind of thin and long. It's got a bit of weight to it, but I really have no idea what's in this, and I kind of like that. I like to open without knowing what's in it. I like a good surprise. So so without further ado, let's cut into this, see if I do a better job of getting the tape off of this, trying to avoid any paper cuts. My good friend, the son of some man who I mentioned earlier, he's a knife wielding unboxer, but me myself, I'm definitely about the scissors, trying to keep it safe. So let's see what the wife has gotten for me in here. Durable, versatile, reliable, some kind of fabric. I still don't know what this is. Oops, that's the I think this is a bag. Look at that. It is indeed. I was not expecting that. I was expecting some kind of clothing. And it comes with the standard Supreme bag. Is there just one? There is one bag there because it came in the post. I guess they put that bag in with it. So let's have a good look at this Supreme bag. This will be excellent. This will be perfect for work. There's the red Supreme label on there. I'll try and give you guys a good look at it. It says Supreme all the way through. If I can get the light to catch the straps on there, Supreme all the way through. That'll obviously come off. The Supreme branding there, and again all the way through Supreme. Let's see. Supreme the right way up, the wrong way up, the wrong way up, the wrong way up, the wrong way up, the right way up, the right way up, the wrong way up, the wrong way up, the wrong way up, the wrong way up, the right way up. I think that's the motif here. So a Supreme bag. Let me just have a little dig around and see if there's anything in this bag. I do like, oh, that's quite nice. Oh, and yeah, and you've got the Supreme branding on the inside as well. It's really cool, actually. So one major pocket, one front pocket, and another little pocket up there. I think this is going to become my new work bag. Usually I carry a rucksack to work, so Supreme checking you guys out. Thank you for that. Mrs. Butter 23. Thank you to the Sneakers app for my latest pickup, size 31 centimeters, so that half centimeter bigger than what I was looking for, but I don't know yet. I haven't had them on feet, and I might put them on feet. That's a nice feel right there. Put them on feet and actually like the size with the Japanese branding in the 3 places. So happy birthday to me. If you enjoyed this content, or if you just feel like giving somebody a birthday present, hit that subscribe button down below. I'm glad to get sneakers in hand. It's something I keep saying about the channel. I'm not yet ready to get sneakers in hand every week or every other video. It's very expensive to do that, but as the channel grows, I will pump more money into it as it becomes more and more popular. I appreciate you guys checking it out. I'm glad I can spend my birthday with you guys and enjoy unboxing these sneakers and my new Supreme rucksack, which is going to get a whole lot of use. Thanks for checking in today, guys, and I will definitely see you tomorrow.